Just as God designed the incredible wonders of the universe, He also designed the perfect way for us to eat for health and for a long and fruitful life. This series of teachings on eating God's way for health and weight loss was inspired by God showing me different aspects of His eating plan for us. Each post will be on a different topic, but at the end, you will get an opportunity to hear how I learned God's eating plan. It shares what inspired me and what I learned about this topic. If you have not heard this, please take the time to listen. Benefits of drinking water. Water is very significant to God. He provided natural water in the forms of rivers, streams, and lakes for man to quench his physical thirst. We need to drink water as our body is approximately 60% water, so you need to keep it hydrated. However, water has a spiritual significance in the Bible. Jeremiah states that the Lord is the fountain of living water. In the book of John, Jesus says, "Whoever drinks of the water that I give him will never thirst. The water that I shall give him will become a spring of water, welling up to eternal life." Jesus also told the Samaritan woman at the well, "You would have asked me, and I would have given you living water." At the end of the book of Revelation, there is this offer, "Let him who is thirsty come. Let him who desires take the water of life without price." Thus it seems just as your body has to have physical water to survive, you have to have spiritual water, for your soul needs spiritual water to survive and prosper. Jesus claims, "He who believes in me, out of his heart shall flow rivers of living water, and that he will never thirst again." In the natural, we always thirst again and again to hydrate our bodies. In the spiritual realm, once we have the living water from God, we will never thirst again. If you are spiritually thirsty, come to the living water, Jesus. I have another YouTube series entitled Prophetic Words for the Hearts of God's People by Patricia Williams. It is for those who are spiritually thirsty. Check it out. Back to the physical realm, God rewards you for serving a cup of water to those who are thirsty. He gave water to the Israelites in the desert by having Moses strike a rock. Water supernaturally came forth from the rock for them. Over most of the earth, water is plentiful enough for us to drink all we want. Mentioned previously was the high percentage of our bodies that are water. Muscle contains more water than fatty tissues. Cells contain 60% of all water, with 1/3 of the remainder surrounding cells. Some organs contain much more water than others. The brain and kidneys possess the highest. Bone and teeth the lowest. The brain and kidney are both 80 to 85% water, with the heart and lungs coming in at 75 to 80%. Blood is 50% water. When we consider all the water in our bodies, we know that we need to drink water to replenish each organ to function properly. Dehydration affects every part of our bodies. Doesn't thirst determine how much water we need? Not really, especially with older adults who don't sense thirst as much as they did when younger. Warning signs of dehydration are weakness, low blood pressure, dizziness, confusion, or urine that is dark in color. Harvard Medical School special report recommends 4 to 6 cups a day unless sweating heavily, which requires 2 to 3 cups per hour. This Harvard report also notes that water has many important jobs. They are as follows: flushing bacteria from the bladder, aiding digestion, preventing constipation, normalizing blood pressure, cushioning joints, protecting organs and tissues, regulating body temperature, and maintaining electrolyte balance. Although we all know we need water, there are various types of water. Tap water is the least expensive, but according to Cablow in an article entitled "What is Spring Water and Is It Good for You?" states that tap water has harmful compounds and chemicals common in many municipal water supplies, such as aluminum, arsenic, copper, iron, lead, pesticides, herbicides, uranium, pharmaceuticals, chlorine, and fluoride. Dr. William Davis, in the book Wheat Belly, encourages people to filter drinking water as chlorine and fluoride are antibacterial, thereby altering the composition of bowel flora, just as it kills off soil flora when watering plants. What about spring water? The previously mentioned article on spring water states that it has been a source of drinking water for millions of years. It is rich in magnesium, potassium, calcium, sodium, and other trace minerals. Also, it is naturally more alkaline than tap water, which can create an environment in the human body less vulnerable to disease proliferation. Spring water's source is pure, its filtration process natural. The CDC states it is essential to drink enough water to support all functions of the body, so it recommends the following. Carry a water bottle for easy access. Choose water instead of sugar-sweetened beverages. See my post on Eating God's Way for health and weight loss on the topic of sugar. Choose water when eating a meal out at a restaurant. Add a wedge of lemon or lime to improve taste. Take a sip of water between each bite of food at meals. Drink a full glass of water when taking medications. Drink extra fluids in the heat or while exercising. Personally, I drink a 16-ounce bottle of cold water in the morning. Then I have a cup of hot herbal tea. Iced tea at lunch, water in the afternoon, and lemon water with dinner provide more water. I take medications at night with a bottle of room temperature water. Drink plenty of natural water for your physical health, but come to Jesus, the fountain of living water, for your spiritual health. An astute Slovakian proverb states, "Pure water is the world's first and foremost medicine." Believe it. While I was receiving prophetic words from God that I have put on a YouTube site called Prophetic Words for the Hearts of God's People, suddenly I received a prophecy about people are killing themselves with what and how they eat. This prophecy did not seem to fit with the others I had received, so I asked God what to do with it. The words I heard were this: start another YouTube series called Eating God's Way for Healing and Weight Loss. Interesting, because I had been delving into how I could lose weight and eat healthy. Therefore, I thought the prophecy might be for me alone. But no, the still small voice assured me it was for multitudes of his people. He said they are eating the wrong things, plus too much of them, and need to know when and how much to eat. God said to my spirit, do it, as my people are literally making themselves sick with their food choices and excess weight. Thus, I will share what God has shown me and what I have learned from my research. It will not be technical, as I am not a scientist nor a doctor. When I asked him, God's Spirit told me to use the same venue as I'm using on another YouTube site. My own story of many body malfunctions and diseases God has shown were caused by what I ate. How much and how often will be shared here also. Several unnecessary surgeries could have been avoided had I known God's way to eat. Learn, enjoy, and be blessed. If you are spiritually hungry, you might want to check out my other YouTube site called Prophetic Words for the Hearts of God's People by Patricia Williams.